Hello everybody, it's your old friends at Monday Madness and welcome back to the worst 50 games of all time that we have played and can form an opinion on. I might have to
completely true opinion on.
Yeah, I feel like we might have to...
the only objective truth. We are the voice of God.
Yes. I feel like we might have to bridge that title a bit more, but we get there in the end. So, we're back, as we have been for the last while, retelling of some of the horror stories we've had in our video gaming lives. Of games that we have played, experienced, hated, forgotten about, and and then had night terrors over, various sort of
deep
details.
Traumas that have been unearthed for your amusement.
Yeah, we're actually doing you a service by reminding you of the bad games that you played over your lives as well. So this is a therapy session now, really, more than anything else.
So, guys, I'm going to propose a theory. I think that we all have very similar tastes from this point on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
It's not as much white food for me.
Every number, I think each one of our picks will be the same genre of game.
That's an interesting premise. We'll see that hold out.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it won't be fucked at the first one.
No. I like that you set yourself an unrealistic target to begin the video.
Well, now, because I'm the one going first, I'm setting the pace. So it's all your fault if it doesn't work.
Well, I'm just saying, I better hope you pick a racing game, or else it's gonna fall out immediately.
But we all know that the first one is actually a military shooter.
Oh, now you're talking, sir. Well, what better way then to kick us off with Adam then for his number 25.
25. SOCOM, US Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Which I think might have the most words of any title on the list I have in these games.
I am not going to be able to put that all in the graphics. I'm just going to call it Shite Game for Wankers.
So, the SOCOM series is actually well respected.
Yeah, the SOCOM series is quite good. I remember I played a few of the earlier installments in that one.
US Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo. I'm going to give it its full title each time I mention it. It comes with a headset for the PSP.
Okay.
And its gimmick was introducing the headset to the PSP.
Yeah.
Because you're meant to be able to give commands to your squad through the headset. Now, with someone with an Irish accent, can you understand how that might not work?
Yeah, there's a bit of a fail in the logic there.
They don't do Scottish accents.
Now, here's the thing. I did get it to work. I had to train myself to say, hold.
Oh, is that why you sound like that now?
Oh. No, I sound like that to pick up girls.
And has that worked?
No.
No. Going hold.
You might want to prefer to have gone with my option.
What's your option?
You talk like just to get a game to PSP game to
Okay. This game. Why is it not good especially when compared to other SOCOM series? Well, for US Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo, the game is very hard to see because it's really poorly rendered on the PSP. Now, the PSP screen is quite small. Because of the button layout, you only have the one analog stick. So the controls force you to have like kind of a hybrid mode where you aim down your scope and then that analog stick is how you aim and you can't really move.
Yeah.
Or you come out of that and you're able to just run and gun. To make up for that, it has auto lock on in a SOCOM game.
So that just takes the fizz out of it then.
It just automatically highlights with a big square the enemy.
Oh God. That's egregious, that is.
Completely breaks being a sniper.
Yeah.
And the worst, most egregious part of it is it was made entirely for online play.
Oh no.
PSP era in Ireland trying to do online play with it.
You only got like 5 people who have a PSP and we're 2 of them.
And we didn't have the internet back then.
Yeah, exactly. We're still a third world country in 2006.
We used to be a proper country.
We used to be a proper country.
Be a proper people. Yeah, it was genuinely very disappointing because...
So read me this now. Was this a port of an actual PS...
No, it was designed...
It was designed for the PSP. Okay.
Yep, yeah. SOCOM, US Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo.
Manchester United 0.
Was made for the PSP. And it introduced the voice command gimmicks.
Okay, so yeah, it was almost like a tech demo for the voice commands.
Yeah. And it was bundled with it as well.
Oh, right,
like the headset was in the box for it. It was like a really huge PSP box.
Yeah.
Which didn't fit on my shelf either. That's another gripe I have with it. Because I'd have my whole library and then it's just SOCOM US
Yeah.
Navy Team Fireteam Bravo sitting there just like.
Do you know what, that reminds me of like the old the Game Boy cartridges that had the rumble packs.
Oh yeah.
It was like the big fucking like
Pokemon pinball just
pinball,
sitting
yeah.
out of the way.
Just because like it can't fit in there and you have to fucking have a loose battery out just in case. Like it's like, oh fuck, this is problematic. Yeah.
Anyway, that was my first one. Let's see if everyone else's military shooters are number 25.
Well, my military shooter for number 25 is not a military shooter. Sorry. It's quite it's just throwing you for a loop really. No. I'm going for a horror game.
Oh well, that lasted all of 5 minutes. Thanks, Jonathan.
I want to qualify this. I would consider it a satirical horror game, but doesn't quite hit the satire.
What, Day of the Tentacle?
Harvester.
Ah.
So
See.
this is probably a game that is going to feature on the channel at some point. So spoilers, I guess. Harvester is a kind of a curious case of like kind of capitalizing on the pearl clenching of the Mortal Kombat and Night Trap era of video games. Mechanically, it is a point and click horror based, and it's predominantly FMV. So all the main characters are all done out in kind of like freeze photography type of job where like, you know, you're standing in this frame and then this and then that, and then they'll do the odd cutscene where like the actual actors that are uncompressed and they're acting out the scene.
Can I ask, why
yes.
not the sequel?
Harvester 2? I don't think there was one.
Oh my god, that's enough of a reason.
Yeah, I actually don't think there was a sequel of Harvester. I could be wrong. Maybe there was
I
one.
don't think there was.
No.
Not
Like,
after you shot everybody.
no, that would be the problem as well. So like,
You're saying this game wasn't even bad enough to get a sequel?
Apparently not. No. So Harvester is essentially you're playing as this guy called Steve, I think it is.
Classic hero's
Hero's name, yeah. And he basically kind of wakes up in like this kind of 1950s boomer town in the like Midwest. Basically, like he's from the modern day, like he's 90s to like whatever, mid 90s, whatever else is, but now he's down in like the 1950s, and like he doesn't know who he is, he doesn't know what he's doing there, and like everyone's just basically treating him as if he's having like a psychotic episode. So already it's a kind of a fish out of water situation, and like there's a girl then who's the love interest, and she's in the same situation where like she's also from the modern day, and now she's also in the 1950s, and they're basically our fiancés. So like they're due to be wed and stuff like this, and like her dad is a weirdo, and like our mother is a weirdo as well, and they're all the whole kind of tagline is, oh, you're always such a kidder. They always keep using the phrase kidder throughout the game.
I thought the tagline for Harvester was the most violent adventure game ever made.
Exactly, yeah. So basically throughout the events of the game, right, basically you have all these like weird, like just off people in this kind of town. And like there's a few kind of like weird little, what I would say, there's a constant like barrage of red flags throughout the game, where like you have this guy with like a deformity, let's say, it's like, you know, and like there's like it's a nuclear kind of boomer town as well, so it's like there's a big nuclear power plant in town, and they're all living off nuclear plant, and everyone's great, gotta love America type of energy. And what's really telling about it is that there will be certain points in the game where you get a sickle, like a big fucking like a not a sickle, a scythe. You get a reaper essentially, and you can, if so choose, decide to kill people, and some have consequences, some don't, and like it's a case of where like
just like in real life.
Well, it's not even that. It's the police again. It's leaning on the trope that the police in these towns are incompetent and corrupt. So like the guy is like the sheriff is this kind of just creepy old man, old pedophile. And like he just wants to get at your fiance who's supposed to be 17, and then the main kind of the chief of police is basically just obsessed with pies, like sexually obsessed with pies or something
like,
along those lines.
Like, yeah, I think it's so. And then there isn't the mother in it, like she's just constantly baking like thousands of cookies.
She constantly bakes stuff, yeah.
She's constantly, and like, but because like the bake sale is like, at the time you start the game, like it's about a week away. She's just shoveling everything she bakes into the bin.
That's right, yeah.
And just baking more, like she's just constantly baking. And
like your father-in-law,
they leave the babies in the crib completely neglected because
they're starving.
She's busy baking, and I think the fellas sat in front of the television watching fucking
He's asking, like, I can't remember if it's our dad or their father-in-law is obsessed with meat. Like, he keeps asking because one of the characters is a butcher, and you have to keep going to the butcher and asking for meat because he's obsessed with meat. And he's just eating it raw as well. Like, he's just... Again, everyone's just off. Everyone's just weird and creepy, and then there's a cult just in the middle of town. They're kind of like the stuff.
Come on, that's normal.
Well, it's not a cult in a sense. They're Freemasons for all intents and purposes. They're all, and they have this kind of weird kind of like, and they're called the lodge, and it's like the center of town type of thing. And you have to try and if you want to basically get married, you have to be a member of the lodge and all this other kind of creepy shit to go along. Anyway, the cut and thrust of it is that you can kill anybody you want once you get away with it. Essentially, you can kill children. You can kill mothers, baby, whatever you want to do. It is, as Neil said, the most violent game you'll ever find. And eventually you can kill, I think you have to kill your fiancé at some point as well. It's just like, it comes completely out of left field. It's just so fucking unnecessary. But that's the whole point. The whole twist at the end is that you have actually been playing a video game that is designed to make you a serial killer.
Yeah.
So then when you play this game and the character that you're playing as the whole time, Steve, is revealed to be a player of this game, and he basically almost like he activates as a serial killer. He goes into the real world and starts killing and doing the exact same thing that he did so the whole point of like, you always used to be you always were a killer, Steve. It goes, you always were a killer, Steve. Yeah. And that's the whole twist. So yeah, there's a lot of like ridiculous gore and viscera in it that's like designed to shock and appall.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now, and it's got pictures of the main love interest, and there are 16 in this gallery, and each one of them is her in different lingerie.
Yeah, because her dad is spiner. That's that's going on there. So that's all. Again, it's all part of like, it's designed to offend people at this time. It is like, oh my god, there's a pedophile in this game. There's a racist in this game. There's a rapist in this game.
The entire fire department is gay.
Gay, yeah, shit like that. It's just like holy fuck.
The fire engine is pink, and they spend all their time just drawing pictures of naked men
and making like calendar shoots and stuff like that. Yeah. And like it is this designed to be. It's designed to offend.
That's not offensive. That's just funny.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But it's all meant to be tongue in cheek. It's all meant to be satirical. It's like, okay, if you think Mortal Kombat is bad, fucking watch this game we make. And what's actually the best part about it is, I have no idea if this is true or not. But it's an urban legend around the game, because obviously these are real people acting out the scenes. Apparently, the guy who played Steve is a registered sex offender.
Really?
He's a paedophile, yeah, apparently. Now, again, I will cut that from the record if it's proven to be true.
Are you saying that the game made him one?
I don't know. That's the thing. That's the meta part of all this.
Like the myth I've heard about the game is that the game as it is released, as we are playing it now, actually is the censored version.
Yes.
There's so much more that they wanted to
There was one bit in particular I saw that, okay, that has gone too far. And it is still in the game. So if that's the case, there must be more.
Yeah, this won't make sense out of context to anybody who's not played the game. But there was apparently a scene that they had planned with Stephanie in the lodge barn with a hydraulic dildo.
Yeah. because at the point where she goes missing in the game and she ends up in the lodge, she's like a sex slave or something.
Yeah.
It's grim. It's fucking grim. It's
like even the dad as well, like because the dad is constantly locked in his room.
Yes.
Constantly bandaged and bleeding from all the BDSM.
That's right.
Steve's mother constantly.
Steve's mother. Yeah.
And if you actually it's one of the not one of the few seconds, but you will be killed there immediately if you're caught going in at night.
Yes.
And that's right. Immediately.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So playthrough when?
Well, we will see, but it'll be under a fucking hate gate, I'd say, just for our own safety.
we'll not even put the title Harvester in the video.
You'll just know it. You'll just go, uh-oh. It'll just be called, oh dear.
We'll call it Animal Crossing Playthrough Part
1. Exclusive for YouTube Kids.
That way there can't be any comments on it.
Exactly, yeah. Neil, number 25.
My 25 isn't anything to do with
gore or shooting.
Gore or shooting, yes. Although you would fucking want to. My 25 is traumatically boring.
That was the name of the game. The way you lined it up there, I thought that was the name of the game.
It's one of the lowest bars in the low bar of movie tie-in games.
Oh.
It's Batman Begins on the PS2.
Oh no!
As
Batman game.
Also, another thing we mentioned that like it's actually quite difficult to get a lot of the games on my worst list. And what has also become another bit of a running trope in my games that I've got. Lots of them are more famous for scathing reviews that famous reviewers have done of them than for anything the game itself has done. So, lots of people know the PS2 version of Batman Begins from a good, horrible review that Rab from Consolevania did of it.
Yeah.
Where he constantly laughs at the fact that Michael Caine keeps talking to you throughout the game. And it is actually Michael Caine. Dude, they got all the voice casts, all the original cast from Batman Begins back, except for Gary Oldman in what became an unbelievable bout of prescience.
He knew.
Not to get involved in this punishingly brutal, torturous experience. The funny thing is that getting the original cast back in, like Christian Bale and Michael Caine, actually serves to make the game worse because while they are immensely talented actors, they're not good voice actors.
Yeah.
So with nothing to work off of, they're literally just
Talking. Yeah,
like,
or reading it from the script or
it's
something.
just it's awful. Like they've got nothing. Like it's not like with ADR, like with or overdubbing, where you're watching the film scene play out, and you're like, oh, I can get myself kind of back into the mentality of what it would take to deliver that line. They don't have that. It's just here, deliver the line. He's crawling through a pipe because you're always crawling through fucking pipes.
Yeah.
In this thing, or rearranging.
I mean, it was a famous part of the movie. You know?
Loading crane. Yeah, the famous part of the movie as well was when you using a crane lifter to rearrange shipping containers to form a maze. Mm-hmm. You know, we always
I love that bit of the movie actually. It's great.
Bit. And that's all it is. And a lot of it is basically it's what it does is it takes the torture element from the Punisher game. Remember that, right? And makes it incredibly boring.
I mean, Batman doesn't kill.
Yeah, he doesn't kill, and that's what it is. And it's just you constantly running around, smacking guys up, holding them up. Where is he? Falcone's not got nothing here. Where is he? Smack, smack, smack. And then that's it. And then you get talked to by Michael Caine.
Have you auditioned for the new Batman?
I think you got the body for it.
Fucking terrible. It's just basically a stew of low. They basically went, oh, here's a lockpicking mechanic, throw that in. Oh, this game's got a code breaking mechanic, throw that in. Oh, this game's got a crane lifting mechanic, throw that in. The stealth mechanic, kind of throw that in.
It's the hodgepodge, really.
It's just
and at the end of the game, Batman begins.
Yeah, it's so boring. Brilliantly, it allows one of the things I've got. Hilariously allows you to unlock footage of the actual actors playing the game. And it's hilarious to watch because they're just as fucking bored as you are. There's a brilliant shot of like they can't really get Michael Caine to do it because all of his clips are like when he's in the voice studio and he's like I have a trouble sending an email and they're like, yeah, we're not going to get him to play a game. And so they get Christian Bale to play it and he's like clearly he just sat there playing the game. He's like. He's just got this big mad stone face. Like, what's this? Like, what is this?
It's like
shit?
You've never seen a video game before.
Shit. Like, he looks like a dog that's been shown a card trick.
You'll have to send me that footage. That sounds hilarious.
That is the perfect description.
That is, it's fucking brilliant. But
so that's the second. Is that the second or third Batman movie on your list so far? Because it's actually isn't it interesting because you said it at the start of your previous entry. How like Arkham Asylum was kind of like an accident almost. It was a good Batman game.
Yeah. No. I Dark Tomorrow from the GameCube.
Yes, that's right.
That was the game with the kind of hidden method of winning.
Yes.
The hidden method of playing.
It didn't actually, like I genuinely everybody who played that game thought that killing 1/3 of the world's population was the good ending.
I'm shocked to hear that. Yeah.
Well, that's not
for a Batman game.
Ending.
Yeah, for a Batman game. Yeah. So that is my 2-5.
Okay then, Adam.
24.
24.
So, bit of a sequel from our top 100 games list.
Oh shit!
When I mentioned that, just this thing that happened when Sony got hacked,
Yes, yeah. I know
And
where
they
this is
gave us a
going.
load of free games, or rather 2 free games.
I know where this is going.
I got one that I really enjoyed called Dead Nation.
Yes.
Recommend everyone go out and play it if you can still play it. I also got one of the worst games I've ever played called Infamous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the Infamous games.
It
They're
is-
actually so terrible they're not on my list.
Do you know what it is?
They're so forgettable. I've totally
That's the
forgot.
thing.
I might have to.
That's the
I might
thing.
actually have to go up and
It's
add
not on my
one in
top
there.
100 and it's not on my worst 50. It's just so fucking average.
They're literally.
Oh no!
Meh.
I wish it was average. Like if you were able to play it with an average character, that'd be fine because then you'd actually have a choice-based system
Yeah.
instead of
Moral
having to go
choices.
pure saint or pure evil. Otherwise, you lock yourself out of all the powers.
Exactly.
Physically,
Yeah.
that's
So
the
it's
thing.
Archangel Gabriel or Hitler.
Again, so we've done Infamous on the channel. We did it as a sandbox jukebox, and like it's very evident straight away that you just have to commit to one or the other because there's no point being. You can't be nuanced in
But
the
there's
game.
no difference between the two. It's just
Yeah.
what color is your lightning
and
sparks.
what powers you want essentially? The powers are essentially the same.
Yeah, they essentially do the same thing. They serve the same function.
Do you want
Exactly,
to blast this guy with lightning or blast him with
Red lightning.
evil lightning?
What's the difference? The lightning will kill him. The evil lightning will kill him.
And shame him.
It will kill him and turn your eyes black. Oh, well, I guess the second one then.
That sounds lovely.
Good. That sounds cool.
Sounds delightful.
I suppose I'll try both and see what happens. No differences.
Yeah. Like again, I remember like I think I played it through with I can't remember who I played it through with, and it was just the fact like, yeah, this is just kind of keeps going on. Like the one thing I say, at least it doesn't fucking out if it's not like a fucking 40-hour fucking game in a sense.
It's like go into the substations and get a power up.
Yeah.
But there's water down there.
Yeah, I'd love to, but it
Why is
sounds.
there water in an electric substation, Neil? Is that right?
It could be hydroelectric. You know, you don't know. You don't know how this place works.
You know nothing of that.
Even in a hydroelectric dam, you don't pour water into the fucking substation.
Well, then that's where
Someone really misunderstood how
that's where they
hydroelectric
went
works.
wrong the first time. Then yes.
Let's flood this substation. Why is there any water near this thing, you fucking looper?
It's hydropowered.
Oh my god.
Running water, you fool! Running.
I'm trying to remember now in the game, wasn't that like there's like it does the crackdown stuff where like there's like a different gang on each island.
I don't
Isn't
even
it-
remember.
There's
is the
like
problem.
isn't like there's an actual there's just a street gang in the
all
first
I
one.
remember is that you're able to ride along like the power lines and the train.
That was yeah.
And when you do, it's like fun for 5 minutes, and then you have to get really precise with it to get collectibles,
Yes.
which is really shit.
Oh, yeah, it's the same usual sandbox shit. You have to fucking
Traversing around
yeah.
the fucking. And then there's Infamous 2, and then obviously
Infamous
the
2 's
third
not
one
good.
called Second Son, because
Yeah.
that's not confusing.
Nope. In fairness, Infamous 2 was just so fucking boring.
God, they all are.
It was so boring. Like the
What was the woke one where you get the pink powers?
Yes.
It's infamous. Was it Last Light?
Last Light.
That's
sounds
like
right, yeah.
yeah.
Because the one I liked more than inverted commas there, we're going to have to pop to the shop to pick up some more.
Second Son was it? I think?
Second Son,
Yeah.
that was the one because it came with your man's hat
That's right. Yeah.
in my copy of it, and it was a really fucking nice hat. It was a really, really nice wine coloured beanie hat, and it was really good. And I lost it at a wrestling show.
No.
You lost it at OTT, did you?
Yeah, I lost it on OTT.
Oh, you did. Yeah, I remember that
it's-
now.
I think it's been bulldozed down along with the rest of the activity.
Yeah, probably.
So as it turns out, the best thing about Infamous was a hat.
That
Yeah.
came along in the third game.
yeah.
I got this game for free, and I still feel ripped off.
It doesn't it goes to go show you when you get rid of the moral set with the
Hang on, wasn't that also released alongside another game that was identical to it?
prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prototype.
Weren't they released within like a month of each other?
Yeah, they were basically. It's almost.
Prototype was better though.
Was it?
Nah.
Do you know what?
That's
That's
just
both
because
of them.
you got a fetish for black guys.
No, it's because it didn't. Have,
That's Crackdown you're thinking of.
it's,
Oh, is that
Crackdown.
That's Crackdown you're
I
thinking
can't
of.
even tell these
It's
fucking
the
games.
sequel to that actually.
Is
the
it?
Black
Oh
Guy.
shit.
Yeah.
No, it's because it doesn't have that weird morality system.
Yeah,
You're
the
just
prototype.
an alien glove.
Your prototype is essentially the case. Like, oh no, you are just like a soup. You just have like free reign. There's no moral.
All
dubiousness
you
here.
need to do is eat as many people as possible.
Yeah, But no, like so yeah, Infamous and Prototype came out at the same time, and it was apparently just a complete and utter coincidence because the PS3 basically brought parkour to everything.
Parkour.
Everything you can now like walk on surfaces, or you can climb on surfaces. That means
you can now walk on surfaces. Video games have come so far.
But no, do you know what I mean?
no need to have a bunch of Mormons fucking
shaking the world. Mormons canonically shake video game worlds.
But like it's more it's like that now climbing is a thing.
Correct.
You can now climb shit.
Ruin the Mormon soaking tradition in video games.
So like because like in a space of 2 years,
every video game used to hire a soaker.
Yeah, exactly. It's the one job they don't talk about. It's the one job they don't talk about, lads. I'm telling you.
God.
Yeah, they came out on literally.
Assassin's Creed,
a month
Crackdown,
apart.
Infamous, and Prototype all came out in the same year, I think.
Your Last Creed's terrible on a whole.
But
level.
it's all the same thing. It was all now we can climb up stuff.
Well, now Crackdown, I wouldn't add into any.
I think that still qualifies though as a. I know it's Xbox, so it's a bit like.
I don't know if it qualifies as a game.
It doesn't qualify as a game. It's fucking boring.
Crackdown?
Yeah, it's really dull.
yeah. Crackdown, making actual crack a better choice.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyway, Infamous.
Infamous.
Let's not talk about it again.
Let's not then.
The Infamous. Let's not.
Let's not. Should we just leave? Let's call the whole thing off.
I'll take the in, please.
Indeed. Number 24 then is going back to the PS2.
No.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have a lot of fun talking about my next 4 on this list because I kind of have a soft spot for some of them, and some of them are just like jettisoned into the heart of the sun. This is the one this is one of them I have a soft spot for, and you do too.
No.
I'm gonna say it. Shadow Memories.
Why is it on this list?
Why is it on this list?
It's a unique, fragrant bird.
Are you just salty that you couldn't find a use for the ladder?
I'm salty because the soundtrack of Shadow Memories resorted to.
You literally did that, and I got flashbacks.
Yeah, that was the soundtrack to Shadow
PTSD
Memories.
flashback. Adam's now hiding behind the couch.
Yeah.
Charlie's in the trees.
I don't want to sleep with my sister.
Yeah, so like the
fucking statue can move itself.
Plant a tree, not a statue.
do you know what it is? The one thing, again, I've taken your rule of like a positive for every game. The one positive Shadow of Memories is that it's really refreshing to play a video game character who is clinically fucking stupid. Like,
he is a real.
he is just fucking dumb.
Like he's a proper medical idiot.
Yeah.
He talked to himself and didn't realize he was talking to himself.
Like in the space of like 3 different scenes, like he.
Sorry, we should premise this. This is a time travel.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So for those uninitiated, so you're playing a guy called Ike, who's I think canonically it's set in Germany, if I'm right.
It is.
It is Japanese made, but it's set in Germany. So it's in this old, beautiful, like would be a quite nice Bavarian town. Looks quite
Actually, one thing I will say about it is the sets are beautiful.
Yeah, it is nice. Like it is nice looking for what it is. But the problem is that again, much like anything else with a time travel thing, it's just a lot of asset swapping. And the fact that he kind of just stumbles into it as well. Like he does. The game starts off with him getting stabbed in the back and dying.
And he's so nonplussed by it that it's scary.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is the fact that he kind of wakes up in a purgatory being talked to by Homunculus, who is weirdly voiced by fucking Charles Martinet.
And Homunculus is not a homunculus, by the way.
No, it's not. He's just called. It's just called Homunculus. So basically, he gives him the ability to go back in time and fix things, and then
using the data pad,
the digipad,
digipad,
yes. And it's a fact that and basically in his efforts to try and save himself from dying, he basically just kind of spirals other people out of control. So the barista in the cafe he was in,
the first thing you do is get her trapped in
the fucking 16th in the 14th century, like
16th.
Is it? Yeah, 16th century. Yeah, I was like. That is like, holy shit, like this is just an innocent woman.
No, it's hilarious in that she just incidentally happened to end up in your time bubble.
Yeah.
And then immediately you fuck off and go back without her.
And like, he starts smoking for the stress. It's like, go back and get her! You're at fault for this!
You have the power to choose what time you go to.
Go back!
Fix
back
before she's been living there for 20 years.
But again, I think like it's not said directly in the game, but it's like if for those apparently, if you ask the fucking writer of the game, he says, "Oh, Ike doesn't decide what the digipad does. He just has to go with what the digipad gives him. I was like, okay, that makes it a little bit better, but
Not a
still
lot.
not good.
Lord, you go back there like 20 different times to the same week.
Yeah.
Just find her, girl. She can't be that far.
So like what's wonderful is that like, so again, it's like one of these kind of typical kind of like it. Do you know what? It's a visual novel in sheep's clothing, isn't it? Like it's a visual novel with a 3D kind of spin on it.
The fact that it has like 6 different endings.
Yeah, I was about to say like, so it's taken that kind of like
it's the typical Japanese one where the golden ending is the ending where the main character dies.
Yeah, he chooses, okay, this is getting too convoluted. If I just don't show up to work that day, what happens?
Yeah, he breaks out from the Matrix, as it were. So yeah, what's wonderful about it is that like all of the other alternate paths have like the funniest fucking deaths. Some of them are like consistent with the plot, as in like they're a natural conclusion. Some of them are like he gets hit by a drunk driver. Or he ends up, one of the best ones is that he ends up being the fucking alchemist. That's a good one. That's really good.
No, it's not, because that was the one that made it completely worthless.
Oh, no, that's why it's good. Because it's like, okay, that's just so you just did it for the sake of the plot twist. It serves no purpose at all. It doesn't make sense.
But it's like, it wasn't incest up to that point, because whichever path you choose,
yeah, exactly.
she's not your ancestor /
That's another thing as well. Like
but then it turns out, yeah, she is.
No, but that's the other thing about it as well. Is that like the fact like its own time travel rules are not consistent within its playthrough.
No. I think we pointed out multiple times. It's like, okay, this time we're following Back to the Future rules.
Yes.
This time we're following Time Cop rules.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I was like every time it was different because like we were given an option of whether we wanted to chat up Marguerite, I think her name was.
I don't know.
I was like, what if you're given the option? It's like, I should think about this one. And
I think her name is Margaret, but when she goes back in time, she's to change her name to the antiquated version of it.
No, her name is Marguerite. It's the other way around. She becomes Margaret as she goes back to the modern day, because that's that particular line is where the babies were swapped in the 80s. One was brought back to the past, one was brought kept in the future.
Yeah, and Kingdom Hearts was the most convoluted one on.
Stop! It's ridiculous. Like.
Anyway, what's bad about it? So far we've been only mentioning.
Do you know what? I was about to say. I think
it's fucking harebrained.
It's harebrained,
right,
yeah.
Like, nobody,
exactly, yeah.
Right, nobody has the right to slag off Jane Jensen about the fucking cat mustache puzzle.
Yes.
In the third Gabriel night.
Yeah.
When you've tried, right. So I've looked it up. Right. So how you survive being poisoned by the sea hare.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So basically, you have to tell a guy in the 1900s to build a library so that you can research the cure to sea hare poison in the present and find some even further back in the past, as opposed to not eating the poison.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck?
Your solution to not getting poisoned, or no, what was the one about where you have to stop yourself from being pushed off the tower? You have to leave yourself 100-year-old rope. But don't leave yourself too old rope, because then it won't hold your weight.
So you have to bring the rope back from the past to a time where it won't be that old.
So when it's 20 years old, and then it'll hold your weight.
Yeah.
Eat a dick.
Not.
Eat a fucking... Turn around at the right time, because you have the ability to turn around.
But I think the game established that he can't see who his killer is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now they do establish it, all right, but they also establish the point that like he's like, again, the game. Whoever wrote the game.
No, it's the tree one I love.
Oh, the tree is fucking
because there's one of the deaths whereby you get knifed. Somebody throws a knife from you from behind a tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
And because you planted that tree.
Yeah, because you plant. So basically, what you have to do then is to go back in time, and save a woman from harassment. Yeah. Meet her family, and perform a fetch quest in order to stop that tree from getting planted, so the killer can't hide behind it. And you're just going like.
But then later on the series is like, oh wait, actually I need that to happen, so if I take a frying pan from this mansion and give that to myself in the past.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, no, that's completely broken all those time travel rules.
No, it's not that.
It just ends up in your inventory.
This is a grandfather's paradox for this frying pan.
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
Yes, exactly,
The frying pan, isn't the frying pan thing like you can pick it up long before you know it, and if you do pick it up early enough, you actually get to skip an entire chapter because you then.
No, I know.
No, you still need to disguise yourself as the juggler.
No, because
you're thinking of New Game Plus, Neil. When we have all the divergent paths done.
Are you sure?
Yes, because
you
he
get
has knowledge.
The juggler, but you can't pick up the frying pan before you get.
Because he has knowledge of what the frying pan is used for. So that's what that is for, yeah. So in the one path where like he look at the frying pan and go, oh, it's a fucking frying pan. Then he dies and he has to come back to that and go, oh yes, this frying pan is going to be useful.
No, there's a point where he actually has to say, yeah, I need a frying pan, can I have this? And she's like, yeah, well, we don't cook in here, this family, so go for it.
Like, yeah. Well, no, it's a New Game Plus you're thinking of, because then he goes like, he skips the logic of the whole thing then.
Yeah, to dress up as a juggler and give yourself like the message in the egg.
Yes, that's right, yeah, and the philosopher's egg, yeah.
You know.
Or whatever it was, yeah.
Which is quite well lampshaded, because like when you see the juggler you go, I can juggle like that guy.
Yeah.
Turns out it actually is you.
Yeah, but that's cool. But that is like, at least that's a bit of...
It's a shining light in the quagmire of shit.
I wouldn't say shining.
The main problem was right at the end when it was like, decide on which movie the director makes.
Oh, stop! Yes. Like that's.
Oh yeah, it's not the movie, and it's not even like about the effect of the movie. It's the effect of the poster.
Yes, it's the poster. Yeah,
it's the poster.
Poster has to catch enough people's attention so that someone doesn't run you over behind them.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like as I say, like it's again, whoever wrote the game never watched Groundhog Day.
Make it a love story.
If you watch Groundhog Day, you'd know that that's a much more sensible time loop you can do, because like when you die, you just go back to the start of when your loop begins, which in Bill Murray's case was the start of the day. So he has until from 7 a.m. to midnight to unfuck his life, whereas Ike has from say the time he's at the cafe up until the point he dies to change something. He doesn't have to go 600 years back into the past to do it. He just has to change one thing and let the butterfly effect take place. That's it. Again, it's the fact that like it just assumed that this guy, who clearly must have some level of Asperger's, to go, okay, if I had to work this out, like I had to go the longest way around possible, because that's how my brain works.
If it's canon that you are the alchemist, then he forgets everything.
Which is fair enough. That one is okay. I don't mind that one, yeah. But no, the rest of it is just... Do you know what? Again, it's on this list because it's just really bad game writing, but still a very entertaining playthrough. Like, just because we had so much mileage.
We did every ending.
We had so much fucking material with it. It was unbelievable. Neil.
Also, point, if you play the PS2 or PC version, the homunculus is voiced by the same guy who does the original voice for...
Charles Martinet, yeah?
Mario.
Yep. And it doesn't sound like him at all. It's insane.
It's actually weird.
Neil, 24.
24. I'm going back to the movie tie-ins. I'm going back to the PS1, and it's Spawn the Eternal.
Spawn the Eternal.
Spawn. Now the only reason I played this is because I was actually quite a big fan of Spawn, and this game is shit. So
what a shocker there.
Yeah, it was marketed basically as a cross between like Mortal Kombat and Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's neither of those. So essentially it was kind of like, it sort of had like, it wasn't random battles, but it was, you'd progress through the level Tomb Raider style, and then when you encountered an enemy, the screen would flip with 2D where you'd Street Fighter them.
Oh, okay.
Until they were down, and then it'd go back to 3D kind of Tomb Raider.
Okay.
The problem is that it implemented both of those completely cack-handedly.
Yeah.
It was atrocious.
Oh, God,
it was a blocky pile of gash that
God, the character model looks atrocious.
Be aware, that game dropped in 1999.
This is a comic book game. Like, they have the character model.
Look at the 1999.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Yeah, it's dated. Like that
is so problematic.
It's like 10 years dated.
Yeah.
When it got dropped out. There's not a single piece of it, right? All the FMVs, they're all garbage. They're all shit. All the controls were awful. By the way, you can't run anywhere. You can only walk.
Yeah, well, that's true to Spawn.
Yeah, that's true to Spawn. You can't use his cape in anything. Your cape just kind of magically appears when the 2D sections crop in, and then just immediately just goes away. No fancy animations. Nothing like that.
It just it's like his cape manifests just for fights.
Yeah, it's totally shit. But as funnily enough, you were looking it up there. The next line in my little blurb is, the sheer awfulness of the graphics have to be seen to be believed.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Sporting easily some of the worst texture maps in existence. The only challenge in Spawn the Eternal lies in getting to the end without committing seppuku.
Like that's look at the separation there. Like there's
seppuku with a dull spoon.
I'm looking at an image here of it looks like a fight scene, and there's like an even split of grass and then what I can only describe as chocolate.
Yeah, and you can actually tell that's where the lighting cuts off.
Yeah, what I think that's what they were going with, but oh my god, it does not look like that at all.
And in case you're thinking, oh well, maybe the fighting's actually mechanics are quite good. No, you can just beat every enemy by just pressing kick.
Yeah.
And then just zombie into the end of your foot.
It's like I had
Pressing
Terminator.
or holding kick.
Well, you have to press it repeatedly because you can't just hold it.
Like I
This
had
isn't Rise of the Robots. That's number 31.
I had Terminator 3 on my list earlier, and like same thing with the fight scenes and that were like you won't be able to take any damage if you just like time the throw action.
No, you don't
enough.
have to. You don't have to time anything with this. You just press kick.
That's what I mean. Like that's it's a similar kind of thing where like
you unfair timing, so that infers like I have to time this.
Well, you do have to press the button.
There's
at
a
some stage
modicum
in
of
the
skill, but no, not this one. Is like you could hire that drinking fucking duck to play this game.
Yeah, you have to be doing it while the game is on.
It's fucking terrible. Like apparently, I was gonna say the only good thing about this was it had a really funny marketing campaign, whereby in the magazine, so it was a magazine cover. So when you turned the page, it was like a picture of a really muscular arm, and it's like the best weapon you'll ever have. And then when you turn the other page, it turns out the arm had been severed.
Yeah.
And it's like, but when it belongs to the other guy, and because one of the mechanics in the game is that you could rip off with the other guy's arm and beat him with it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
fair enough.
I like how that petered out.
Yeah, it's honestly much like the game.
Yeah, you had to end the story with you had to be there.
Yeah. High contender for probably the worst movie tie-in game ever. Easily high on the list of worst PS1 games ever.
Oh, I think surely the Gollum game now has that list, does it? Like
Yeah,
Gollum now must be
No,
there. Yeah.
So no one's played that.
Yeah.
That is further up or down, whichever way on my list.
Yeah.
Because I have unfortunately played that.
Oh, Neil, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Not as sorry as I am.
Adam, 23.
So this is actually the game that I put on my list, and every time I added a game to this list, I compared it to this game.
Oh, this has been your calibrator.
This has been my calibrator
Oh,
game.
fantastic, because my calibrator is 23 as well.
Which is weird.
Fucking science nerds.
So every time I looked at this game, I was like, okay, I really hated this game, but technically I liked one mechanic or two mechanics at a point.
Okay.
What, switching it off?
That did help.
I like the start menu.
I love the responsiveness
Yeah.
of the quit the desktop.
So
Yes.
I was like, for me, every other game on this was, is it worse mechanically or do I hate it more? And that's how it goes into this.
Fair.
So that my 23 is Resident Evil 6.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That is atrocious trash. It is.
Oh, some of the worst.
It's
I'd say 3 of the worst games I've ever played.
In all fairness, I actually have that further down my list because I think it's far worse than you were giving it credit for.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The Leon sections, if you play it as a combat mechanic game, it's like he purely dances his way through zombies. It's weird. I've heard this that the safest way to deal with the infectious zombies is close quarters combat.
As you do.
In a Resident Evil game where you're known primarily for having guns that are upgradable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Leon, what's her name? The girl that plays with him, Elaine or something? The new character for 6. You played it.
Oh, Elena.
Their stories, I think, are actually...
Is it even Elena?
I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know. Their story, I think,
Ada,
was the
is it?
best. No,
No.
Ada.
Yeah,
Don't you fucking dare step in with Ada. She's a real character.
Carla then?
And
Carla?
also, by the
Carla?
way, Ada not Asian.
Breaking news, by the way. Yeah.
Ada Wong?
Asian? Fucking woke nonsense.
Right. Anyway, Leon's story was the best one, which is saying a fucking lot. Sherry and Wesker playing together. Wesker Jr., I should point out. They had the weirdest fucking gameplay where, okay, yeah, she can't die because she was infected with the G virus. I thought we'd resolve that, but okay.
Yeah.
His blood is the key to curing every one of the bioweapons. But because he's Wesker's son, he's a bad boy. He never knew his father. He's a mercenary. I'll do it for $10,000. Gets to the end of the game where all of their branching things cross over. He's at the end. It's like, so I heard you didn't take the money. Huh, I took it. I just put it to good use. And he gave it to charity or some shit. It's like the writing is so bad. Chris is one where it's like it's actually a military shooter.
Yeah.
And he has a bromance with his sidekick. New character, not a good thing for a Resident Evil game.
No.
Very strong indication that they won't live.
I'd put it to good use. Yeah, I half expected him to find he'd shredded it for a nest.
Yeah, but Chris's bromance character, who they reused the plot from one of the movies where Leon was drinking himself to death. Instead, Chris is drinking himself to death because he failed a mission or something.
Yeah. Is it? Do you think it's actually the kind of part of like the culture of Resident Evil to have really bad writing? Like
no,
because I'm thinking no, but you know, again, like the. Like,
there's bad cheesy writing.
Yeah,
and then there's Resident Evil 6.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I meant to say, is cheesy writing. Because like the first...
It's the low watermark of it.
Yeah.
Like 5 was bad.
No.
Yeah.
5 was quite bad.
I will have to preface this again. I need to defend myself here. The gameplay is not good. When I said there was some fun that could be had with the melee stuff for Leon. That is if you're very specifically going for niche gameplay challenges.
Yeah.
The game is terrible. There are like glitches throughout. There's one section where you're walking in the train, walking against trains, fighting zombies coming down another track.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention for where the train is and dodge out of the way. If your AI partner doesn't dodge in time, you get reset back to the start of the level.
Oh, for God's sake. You've no control over that.
Also,
Like,
the fact that they kept the AI partner thing from 5, like in 5 it was universally panned as absolute shit.
Well,
it's
and
a
they're
true,
like,
it's a true horror.
Let's
5
keep
is
it.
good if you play co-op. Because it's janky, it's an arcade game for co-op. This, you couldn't find a second person to play it. It's so bad. And then I think Ada gets her own section with them, like a hunk or something.
Yeah.
A non-named character, like a non-voiced character, who's just there to fill out because she is a solo character.
For God's sake.
But yeah, no, it was genuinely a terrible game. And actually, I think after this, Capcom went through their redemption arc. So
Do you think this is their bottom? Well, actually, no. DMC was their bottom, sure.
no, don't talk about that. That's not even Capcom.
Ninja Theory, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was... They kind of stopped it after that, took a look back, and then went, isn't this meant to be horror?
Yeah.
We've kind of gone off the rails here. Like we've lost our way.
We've lost our way 3 different times. Let's start again.
We've got to get our groove back.
Ethan Summers, that's who will do.
It always comes back to him.
And you would do them.
Oh, well now, he's the only faceless Resident Evil protagonist. Quite literally, if you mod your game to see the 3D model, he has no head.
Oh dear.
Anyway, that's my 23, and that was the basis on which I judged all other games. So
Fair
now,
enough.
now you understand where I was coming from.
Yes, indeed. So mine 23, funny enough, is also one of my barometers. However, it is still the game that I have a very sweet spot for. Partly because it's one of our year ones on the channel. It's part of our bedrock. It's how Burpbots got our debut. It was all because there was one particular type of guy wandering around with voice.
Who just refuses to turn down any role he's offered.
Yep. Ripper. Ripper. I cannot speak highly enough of Ripper. Like, it's just...
Which is why it's on our
Which is why it's on my worst games list. Like, it's just a perfect collection of shite. Like it's like, if I wanted to make a bad game, this is how you do it. Like, it's got the FMV, it's got
the story, it's got Christopher Walken eating cigars.
It's like, it's got like ridiculously hammy acting. The writing is, it's serviceable. I wouldn't say it's fucking groundbreaking or anything like that, but the story is fine.
It's replayable.
It is replayable. To its credit, it is very replayable. The action scenes are absolutely objectionably terrible. The puzzles are convoluted, they're awkward, they're clunky. They are trying to flex and show off that they have this new 3D technology, but it doesn't fucking work. So once you're not doing anything that's action oriented or a puzzle, you're grand. Everything else is it was one of the things where, like, if you're watching a playthrough of it, it looks like a fucking hidden gem. But then when you're actually playing it, you realize, oh my fucking god, this is awful.
Would you please just do the thing I said to do?
Like, it's like, again, it's one of those games that, like, it's just so ugly in those kind of, like, in those particular moments.
That kind of FMV style
But it's also stylized. They made a stylized choice, because I tell you why. Like the same crowd. So this is Take-Two Interactive, who later become the publishers of Grand Theft Auto and all these different things. So they started off as a game company and trying to be, but they were like, obviously they were like, I would consider them kind of trust fund boys in the sense where they didn't start off in like in a backyard somewhere like coding. They went in high and tried to make high end games, but the games they make are like ugly. They're very
Well,
very
they got a
unpleasant.
serious cast for this. Well, now, funny enough,
there's-
serious cast by nowadays standards. So, like, yeah.
No,
we've
it's
got-
serious cast by 1990 standard as well. I
well,
would
they've
say,
got
yeah.
Christopher Walken, as we've alluded to. Christopher Walken, who apparently seems to be doing a Christopher Walken impression. throughout
Oh my
the-
god, he is by far and away the best part of the game.
Yeah.
By far and away the best part.
Also,
yeah.
John Rhys Davis.
Yeah, he's only in it for one scene.
Yeah, he's only in this.
One scene. And he gets top billing in the game.
Then unknown Paul Giamatti is also in the game.
He's only a small bit player in as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a kind of Chris Farley looking guy there as well.
Yeah. And
Burgess
and
Meredith.
they licensed music from like the Blue Oyster Cult.
Just one song. It's
Yeah.
just Don't Fear the Reaper.
Don't
It
Fear the
plays
Reaper, yeah.
in the opening.
Yeah.
It is the ending scene. It is also the means of it's actually the solution to a puzzle.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I kind of like.
And
I
it's on
kind of
the
like.
radio in every other scene.
It's not. In fairness, it's not in the. It's thankfully it's not overplayed. But like the
That's
last.
not overplayed.
It's not
You just
overplayed,
mentioned
no.
4 instances of it being used.
No, as in like it's not throughout the game is what I'm saying. So like the one time when you hear it in game, it's like you have to get to this kind of AI recreation of Whitechapel, and because it's supposed to be a server game. Like again, the whole point is like one of these characters is the Ripper. They've jumped in and become this persona, and they're killing all these former players or whatever fucking like members of this kind of group that they've had, like a hackers group back in the day. They're all teenagers and edgelords back then, and now they've all grown up and got jobs and shit. And one of them has become the Ripper again because it was a role playing game they played back in their teens. It's like what would happen if we all loved playing werewolves back in college. What happened if one of us became a werewolf type of thing? That's some kind of premise, I suppose.
In fact, actually, considering how fucking weird lots of the people we knew from college, one of them turning
I'm
out
surprised
to be
one of them isn't.
Yeah.
one of them turning out to be a werewolf wouldn't even scratch the top fucking 10.
Yeah, that's true. In fairness, it'd actually probably be more wholesome than anything else. But the thing is, they're all being cut down one by one, and like the main characters you interact with, like Christopher Walken, Karen Allen is in it as well, and John Patrick something. He is your man Luther from the Warriors. I can't remember the guy's name on top of my head. I can see him, but I can't smell it. He's there anyway. So like these are all different kind of characters essentially, and they all end up in this Whitechapel place. But the puzzle that has Blue Oyster Cult front and center to it is you have to recreate the lyric through tarot cards, which is like the one really fun puzzle in the game because you have to actually figure out first of all the tarot cards and then figure out the lyric, and it's obviously the chorus is just looping the whole time, so it's steering you in the right direction. But it's just a combination of everything. Like it's the bad acting, it's the bad, it's the gameplay is really really poor, and yet throughout all of it, I have a soft spot for it because by God they fucking tried to make a good game. They really really did, and I don't know whether it was the limitations. It wasn't the limitations of the tech. The tech would have been fine.
The limitations of their talent.
It was exactly because they said, okay, we want to try and make this kind of grungy. Try and go like for a Victorian style vibe while cyberpunk, and it just looks fucking smoky and like grimy and just dirty,
The main character I think is a very weak point for it as well.
Yeah, like he's a bit of a doormat, Quinlan. He's a bit of a doormat, but at the same time, like the actor himself is doing what he can. He's got a few gigs nowadays, but he went through like a weird fallow period where he just didn't do anything. But it was that kind of thing where like I would be fuming myself if I was the main character and didn't get top billing ahead of like fucking John Rhys Davies who's there for a fucking cup of tea,
Yeah.
Now in fairness, John Rhys Davies acts the bollocks off the role. Like he's obviously in there for like 10 minutes and fucking mic drop and go, and that's hopefully fair as well. Burgess Meredith is there a month before he fucking dies, so this is the last time you see him as well. And again, like everyone's like, most of them are competently act the scenes. Like they treat it very, very seriously, except for Christopher Walken, who's like, "Wow, what do you mean I'm the culprit? I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, like that's why I describe it. He looks like Christopher Walken doing a Christopher Walken impression.
Yeah, like he saw the role of like, you know, renegade cop and said, "Fucking sign me up." Like
Renegade. That means like schizophrenic, right?
yeah, essentially, yeah. Oh, believe me, him being the Ripper is the canonical ending. I don't care what anyone else says, but like it's gas. Oh, and then all the fucking stuff in cyberspace. You have to do these puzzles to fucking do stuff as well.
One of the plus points of it is that the killer is randomized.
It's random at the start of the game,
Yeah.
and like the story beats change depending on who it is.
Yeah.
So like the Ripper, like whatever messages the Ripper is sending you are different depending on who it is.
But it's
And
important.
it's very well done.
Yeah, it's very well done, but then you realise that the endings are mostly the same, regardless of who the fucker is.
It's the actual investigation. It's like it with Blade Runner, where the investigation is different.
Yeah.
The story beats are the same, but when you get to Whitechapel, you have to know who it is. There's always like there's like a clue. There's no clues in the first act at all. The first act always stays the same. The second act is when it starts dropping hints.
Yeah.
And again, I played the game 3 times, and the killer was different each time. So like again, Luther's character was the killer the first time I played it. Then it was the Doctor that was the Ripper the second time, and then the third time, which was for the channel, I think. That was where Christopher Walken was. And the fourth one is actually when it's your girlfriend.
Oh.
She's in a coma for the entire event of the game, but she's the Ripper, like doing it like almost remotely.
Yeah.
And that's a cool one as well. I've seen how that plays. I was like, oh, actually, I think that actually might be my preferred one as well, because she's a revenge killer. Her mother died. Was the original victim of this fucking web game they played.
Yeah.
So she has an actual justifiable motive for this. You know,
Is that what you would have wanted?
it's what she would have wanted. But no, honestly, like it's a wonderful artifact of video games. I'm glad it exists, because it's one of those things where like
You're just trying to back end this into your top.
I'm really not. It's one of the things where like it is a failure, but it's a very worthwhile failure.
You're not being vitriolic enough.
No, I'm not. I can't be mad at it. How can I stay mad at you? Neil, you're number 23.
Alright then. My number 23, which I definitely won't be removing from number 23. It's actually... I'm not sure about the rest of it.
Is this your touchstone game like the rest of us? Or?
Not a touchstone game, but I think it is the first game that has actually been completely removed from all buy sites. You can't actually get this game unless you were unfortunate enough to buy it when it came out. It's a game called The Day Before.
A day before.
The Day Before.
Or The Day Before.
So
this rings a bell, actually.
Now, before anybody says why isn't this lower on the list, because the gameplay was actually a completely unfinished piece of tripe. It's not further up because I'm not sure if it was a scam or not.
Yes, I know this.
So
45 days after the game launched in early access.
Oh, this is the fucking Last of Us knockoff.
Yeah, all the things shut her down. Yeah. So I have it written down here. The No Man's Sky that didn't.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I can feel that I just don't want to spend any more time on this. So let's just state the obvious. It's empty. Like, it's completely empty. Like, to the point where there were players on the servers who formed expedition teams to go out and find zombies.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite
The
of
very
what you would do.
things you're meant to be fucking avoiding. It was a complete looter shooter extraction thing. It was totally half-arsed. All the characters you were talking to were completely wooden 2D fucking cardboard cutouts. You were given some stupid fucking plot of land to like make into a home, but it made no sense. It was like, hang on, did the zombies not attack this far out? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why am I going into the city to fucking earn cash? But the vehicles were totally useless because all the maps were so small that going around them faster just
Did make a difference, yeah.
Because the vehicles were colossally expensive in comparison to what the wood it was like wooden currency that was used. I guess. Yeah, it was absolutely fucking terrible. Like, it was really, really awful. So there was a huge kind of thing about whether or not it was actually a scam. Because it was completely unfinished. The studio shuttered 4 days after launching the thing.
Yeah.
So it purported to be an extraction shooter, open world, post-apocalyptic MMO. It was just fetch quests. That was it. It was nothing but fetch quests. And the fetch quest was funny thing is that all the item locations were kind of randomized, so you wouldn't find the item locations that were actually relevant to the items. So, for instance, one fetch quest you were sent out to get car batteries, you were finding them in like filing cabinets and ATMs, as opposed
to in a garage or in a car.
A garage or in a car, you know, that type of thing.
I was just having a look here, like, so the developer is a Singaporean animation studio, weirdly. And then the publisher then was this kind of Australian crowd who's done a lot of kind of mobile games. So this is like, okay, sometimes like, you know, some kind of game studios kind of do a running jump into their big projects. This is like a complete fucking like disparity for what they usually do. Yeah. And because of that, like by the way, like the complete and utter rip off of The Last of Us with the font and the dirt, like it's the exact same.
There's nothing in the game. It's completely hollow, right?
Yeah.
So there was no kind of jumping or mantling mechanic, so you couldn't climb up on things, which is what you'd want to do in a fucking thing. There was no melee in a zombie game.
Yep.
Which is, as we all know, the safest way to do with zombies.
The whole point, yeah.
Take a leaf out of Resident Evil 6's book. There was no real UI, none at all. There was no compass, so you couldn't really navigate around. You had to take out the map every time if you wanted to fucking...
It's glorified tech demo, really.
There's no point to anything.
Yeah. They shared a response on Twitter saying, everyone deserves a second chance. Check out our plan where we'll share how to fix past mistakes and are preparing for a better return. Linking a PDF document outlining the recovery plan of using paid employees instead of using volunteers.
Wow, we have to actually hire some staff? Fuck, man, why didn't I think of that?
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. That's genius, that is.
So yeah, the final line in the blurb is, the best thing about this game is that you can no longer buy it.
Yeah.
Yes. Very good.
So yeah,
it's like a full evolution of the Steam Greenlight.
Like it is horrendous, and it should be lower down or further up.
I mean, is it technically a game? Would be my question.
Well, it was released as a game, and it was released for money, and people did play. Lots of people did
technically
go online and play it.
True.
You know, so it does. That's the reason why it's slightly lower. It's in the mid tier of my list because I'm not sure if it was a scam or not.
Yeah, true.
Now the developers are very, very keen to say this was not a scam,
but that would also preclude them from having to give back the money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, that's exactly what a scammer
would say. It's like, you got us. You got us.
Exactly.
It's not my fault you guys were idiots.
Yeah, to be fair. Right then, Adam, 22.
22, we're there already.
Yes, flying through this.
Red Faction Guerrilla Warfare.
Oh my god, this game was garbage.
It was so bad. So for those who don't know, this is one of those tech demo games.
Yeah.
Where they were showing off destructible environments.
That's right, I remember
that. But that was what the first game did.
Yeah, but this one you had a sledgehammer.
Didn't have that in the first game?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't play
in the game afterwards, you do actually get Peter Gabriel, so it balances out, like. Yeah.
No, okay, so it would have been good. So you
didn't get in the first game. No, you're right.
Yeah. You're on Mars, working for a resistance against a totalitarian state, which seems to just be destroy all the houses on Mars. That's what your resistance is.
Destroy everything.
A lot of what you're doing is you're given a mission to take out like compounds and strategic key points.
Yeah.
So to start with, you can actually use guerrilla tactics like loading up a truck full of explosives, parking it by the base, and then detonating it a distance away. Fair enough. The scale of the compounds gets so fucking big though that you're like swinging a sledgehammer. 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. I took down this whole east wall and now the building collapsed. And we went up to 5% on a whole building. Oh, this is gonna... I'm literally just working a demo job.
It's a living.
While people are shooting at me.
Yes.
The most efficient way of playing the game, where its whole thing was you can strategically target different points of a building to knock it down, was to just grab a truck and ram each corner of a building.
I mean, why fucking not? Like, that makes complete and utter sense.
But it was just so samey the whole way through.
I know,
as well.
yeah. As I say, it was a game with a gimmick.
It was a game with a gimmick, and it wasn't worth finishing.
No.
And again, I didn't even notice if there was a story in it. I'm sure there was somewhere, but
yeah,
I wasn't looking for it. I just had a sledgehammer and I wanted to see what things would do.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing where like it's is it a gimmick that's just so overpowering that like it doesn't? I know there wasn't much in the game afterwards anyway, but I'm trying to think to myself like, was there a game like it's almost like kind of Infamous in a sense, where the gimmick of Infamous is all the parkour shit and the moral compass shit, whereas like the story just doesn't really fucking matter because the gimmicks are more important in the game.
Well, you see, the thing about Red Faction, Guerrilla, it's a game about destroying buildings, destroying terrain, and the lead character's name is Alec Mason.
Yeah,
the opposite of what Masons do.
well, that's what we call dramatic irony. That's a little trick that us writers put in there to make you think that it's a real shit.
They weren't making me think.
No, they weren't. Didn't make themselves think. But like, no, I remember this came out as well, and like that's all I heard about was this. Like,
I played the first Red Faction.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
That's a PS1 game, right?
Yeah, I multiplayed that with a bunch of friends of mine, and like the railgun. I remember the railgun ended up being like just hilariously overpowered because it could shoot through the entire level, and because it had an infrared scope, you could see the other players no matter where they were. So basically, all the multiplayers basically just came to be a race to who could find the railgun first.
Yeah,
and then they just porked everybody from like across the map.
Oh yeah, this was another one of those games that was heavily multiplayer, capture the flag type shit.
Yeah.
And they focused on that to the detriment of putting anything in the game.
No.
So yeah, that was my disappointing, mediocre, but the games aren't getting better from here, guys.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
they really
it's hard.
they really focused on that one gimmick because like apparently they sent the game developers to study architecture in order to get how to design the buildings to stay up.
Yeah, but they could have like put it like a bit of damage into the fucking building landing on you instead of you just always being standing straight up and the building just leaning heavily on your character model.
A stuff blowing up simulator par excellence. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth playing.
As I say, like it's like in of all the games you've had so far, this one felt like you were dragging the most blood out of it because like there's literally nothing else.
No, one thing I can say about it is I would have forgotten this existed. Only they did the remastered.
Version. Yeah.
And I saw that recently, and I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake! What a game! The game nobody wanted or asked for."
I get. Well, are we at the point of remastering now, or just remastering shite for the sake of shite? Or so some publisher made it big with something else. It was like, here's some of our older tat you might like.
Remember that game that we stopped letting you buy legally? Well, we've made it worse and sent it back to you.
And it wasn't even that good to begin with. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Give us $70.
Lots of the re-releases are actually kind of slightly like. Alright, I wasn't a real fan of the first one, but like the re-release of BioShock I've heard is quite good. But they are really releasing games like fucking Bulletstorm and
Haze. Was it Haze the song was coming out?
Haze kid? No.
Or it was Killzone.
Haze
Killzone I was thinking of. Yeah.
Haze fucking couldn't be.
No, it was Killzone I was thinking of.
Bulletstorm, yeah, Fable Anniversary. Alright, the Fables were quite famous. I had a friend of mine, like he was just mental into the Fables.
I'm on you.
No. Jesus Christ.
I love it. Okay, my number 22 then is another victim of sequelitis. It's another one of those games where the first game was tidy, lived within its means, and didn't push the boat out. Just was a nice, simple point-and-click adventure game that left its audience rather satisfied. The second game pushed the boat out, didn't deliver, and gave us a story and an ending that is equally as baffling and kind of proves that you shouldn't really be allowed to do sequels.
This is the Monkey Island, isn't it?
Pendulo.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yesterday Origins.
Good man. We'll be talking about that again later, so let's not go too far.
Very good. I'll give what my kind of assessments were. I think we have two very. I wouldn't say we have two very different assessments.
We have two complementary.
We have
gripes with it.
We have two complementary gripes. Yeah. So like the most egregious things for me were like for a start now they like Pendulo think they're Monkey Island or think they're LucasArts in the sense where like they'll leave you alone in a level and they'll give you 3 puzzles to solve and you have to solve them all in relatively quick succession. Same with the Runaway games, and I'm sure it's the same with all the other games as well.
I'm able to pick up a bottle of red paint. That doesn't actually work on this puzzle. I assume I'll use it on that one over there.
Yeah, essentially. Now, so the thing with they get away with it in Yesterday because there's basically less of a game in Yesterday. Almost like the less is more kind of stuff worked.
Yesterday was more their story focus.
Yeah, exactly, and like there was like And it was done, and again, it's a Spanish company, so there's a lot of Spanish kind of mythology, or Iberian mythology, I should say, that they're thrown in here.
Quite a bit lost in translation, or saved by lack of translation.
Saved by lack of translation, perhaps, yeah. And again, it was the fact that because it was such a low budget production, they didn't do voice acting. They had it all in kind of comic strips. I was like, that does a bit of a stylistic choice. I kind of like that. So all the kind of goodwill that we had from the first game, because it was so simple. And for me, it felt like a point-and-click game done for an Android, for phone or for iPad or something. It's this is grand. This is living quite sensibly, and the puzzles aren't egregious, and they're not wasting my time in a sense, and the characters are relatively endearing. Like Boris, Boris is a great character.
Everyone loved Boris. We asked for them to bring Boris back.
Yeah, and then
they responded to us on Twitter saying, "Oh my god, people actually played that."
I wish that was a joke, and it isn't.
God.
But the thing is that there's enough goodwill there between all the characters you've had. The smash cuts of their flash forward and backs are ridiculous. There's only one or two in the game so didn't take the piss out of it. Yesterday Origins is insane by comparison, because what they've done is they've said, okay, it's almost like you say, because you loved Yesterday so much, you've now given us a mandate to give you more of the same. But what they've done is they've basically given you more of more, rather than more of the same. If it was more of the same, they would have kept within the same kind of boundaries and not given us just ridiculous subplots and characters who don't match. So now you're giving us an actual backstory and an origin story for John Yesterday as he was in the past.
Yes, his name is John Yesterday.
I got that, yeah. You got that part, yeah. So now you're you're doing levels in say feudal Spain and all these things. Again, interesting idea, because it's a part of the world and a part of the time we don't really talk about. In there's always feudal Japan. There's always Wild Wild West. It's always Victorian England. What's the rest of Europe like around this time? I'd love to know before Assassin's Creed ruins it. So at the very least, they have a reason to say, okay, let's introduce this bit of history into the kind of common video game pool, and that stuff is fine. The game really gets worse as it goes along. The plot goes nowhere and then too fast in equal measure. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, we'll add more details in when we come to it and later on. But yeah, it gets to a point where you have deuteragonists.
Yes.
So you're playing as two characters in this one rather than the two.
Yeah.
that you played in the last one.
Mm. Yeah.
Now, I initially thought that it was going to be two separate gimmicks. Because it was established in the first game that John has a broken version of the curse.
Yeah, he's a curse of immortality, yeah.
Where when he comes back to life, he forgets everything about himself.
Yes.
Which, fine, perfect. That's a setback to coming back to life. His girlfriend Pauline became immortal at the end of the first game properly, so she can just immediately revive.
Yeah.
Full memories. And she has been abusing that power.
Yeah, didn't she have a migraine or something? And was it a migraine?
No, she had crow's feet.
She has crow's feet, that's what it was, yes.
And so she had to get her beauty cream, which is a revolver.
Fucking brilliant.
Great start to the game.
Brilliant.
It's we get to blow Pauline's head off in the first 5 minutes. Fuck me, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
From that, I extrapolated what a good video game would do.
Yes.
When you're playing as John, you're doing everything you can safe to survive. Pauline would take the most dangerous route possible, because what are the consequences?
She'd be a fucking lemming. Complete and utter lemming, because she has nothing to lose.
I need to get to the bottom of this canyon. Well, I did like this dress, but oh well.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. That's what it should have been. That's what it should have been. But what they got instead was just a convoluted mess that got worse as the game went on.
Got worse, and then they realised at the end that they had to, oh shit, we promised two characters.
Yeah.
Heist mission.
Not even that. The heist mission is one thing, but John's plot ends 2 hours from time.
Yeah.
And then they do Pauline's Lynn story all in a fucking vacuum.
That's it. Yeah, you play the entire story for John up to the 2 minutes.
Yes.
Before the end.
And then you play catch up as Pauline. It was whereas you could just play them in parallel.
Sorry, why am I stealing? I'm an art dealer. Why am I stealing this painting?
Exactly. Yeah. And then the ending. The ending is like it's
No,
the
no,
first.
don't-
No,
that's-
you can
that's-
you can talk about the ending with your entry, but need to say it is an ending that we openly laughed at.
Oh no, I was openly scorned.
Yes. So that's all we'll say on the front, because Adam will give more detail later on.
Or
yeah.
if you're curious, we'll put a link to our Let's Play of it.
I'll splice it in.
Because I think I am just going to quote my reactions.
Yes,
to it.
I'm sure you will. Yeah, to be fair. Anyway, so yes to the origins. We will be back.
The window can go fuck itself.
Yes. Neil, 22.
22 is a prominent work. Oh, sorry, is a work from a. Oh no, it's not actually. Sorry, that's 21. 22 is also sequelitis. It's one of the worst sequels in one of our favourite kind of series of games. It is Alone in the Dark Illumination.
Oh yes indeed.
Ah, right.
What a disaster of a fucking
Absolutely.
game.
You know what the Alone in the Dark series wasn't missing?
Rail
You
shooters.
know what it didn't need?
Rail shooter.
Co-op.
Ah.
Left 4 Dead styled gameplay.
What is it in the game Alone in the Dark that says it shouldn't do co-op?
Yeah. Outside of this colossal mystery, the entire core of the game series, a pile of I don't know how I came up with this sentence. This pile of fuck shitty wank is stocked to the gills with placeholder sounds and animations, even when they're there at all. One review I read stated that utterly convinced the devs just got up and left halfway through making the game, and months later Atari were sifting through the wreckage of the fucking office and decided to sell whatever they found as a finished game. And you know what? I fucking believed them. It's actually a chronically unfinished game. Like, there's just everything's like a placeholder. You're like, oh, I can see where they would have put something better there. Oh, I can see where they would have actually put an animation there. Oh, this is so bad.
This could have done something here, but they
Yeah,
chose not
this
to.
is so fucking terrible. Yeah, it's the reason why they prompted. It was the Resi 6 of the Alone in the Dark series,
Yeah.
which prompted a complete reboot. Unlike the Resi 6 kill and reset, the Alone in the Dark series didn't really do it that well.
No.
The remake of the Alone in the Dark, which I got David Harbour in for and someone else, isn't that good.
Isn't it mad to say that the Alone in the Dark series peaked with its initial entry back in like 1989 or wherever it was? Isn't that absurd to say that a game series that has been going on for like 30-40 years has not reached its top, its best game, which is the first one when everything was fucking polygons.
Yeah.
And like I think that's baffling. It's almost a case like, and again, I've had Alone in the Dark 2 on my list.
Well, that's why the latest one is a remake of that first one.
Yeah, but again, it's like what, like they just have not recaptured the spark. And I know like technology's moved on and we've all kind of like they've all basically robbed off each other in a sense.
They say the spark mostly came from the fact that it was the first thing to ever do it. Like,
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it just a case that there's just other places have done it better, so Alone in the Dark doesn't have a niche anymore?
I think it's not that they don't have a niche. I think it's just they don't have any new ideas.
Yeah.
They're just not doing anything new. Like, I think the thing about Alone in the Dark is when I said there, I was like, oh, it's because everybody else is doing it. It's like, yeah, they were the first one. They would always attempt to incorporate and adapt newer and better ideas.
Yes.
Now, they increasingly did that to lesser and lesser degrees of success. But they still try. Like, you can tell, like with Illumination and the other Alone in the Dark.
The PS2 one where you're going around Central Park and it's full of tentacles. Yeah.
You mean dicks.
Alone in the Dark where everything's on fire.
Yeah, everything's on fire.
Stop talking about hentai games.
And you have to shut your eyes to figure out how to kill the monsters.
Yes.
Yeah. PTSD.
Yeah.
Like I just closed my eyes in real life. And
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like, but even then, like, even with that game, like, you had to kind of shut your eyes and kind of trying to figure out the weak spot of the enemies. You kind of thinking, yeah, that's actually you could probably work that decently into it as a mechanic for a game. I can see how you might make that work.
But it's like it just didn't work.
It's so
whatever
fucking
reason.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking terribly implemented.
Yes,
like,
that's it.
It was so badly implemented. And
Like, it's one thing to have an idea, but it's also an idea to have a good idea well implemented.
Yeah, you have to put it. You have to do it well.
Yes.
You know, and that's just it. And that's just not what they've been doing recently.
Yeah.
And the latest rehash is a clear kind of pointing that. I was like, you've just not done this right. Like, it looks nice.
Yeah.
I can tell that's David Harbour.
I can identify this
I can
man.
tell that. I can
Yes.
tell that's the guy that used to be Hellboy that you've shaved an awful lot of weight off of. It's
Yeah.
a character model. But like, this isn't good.
No.
No, it's not as bad as Illumination. It's not a terrible game.
I don't think you can get worse than Illumination. In fairness,
No,
like
no.
there's
No,
been
that's
some
it,
awful
yeah.
games in that. Yeah.
But yeah, like it's truly awful, and yeah, like it's
We're literally dying here. Just talking about it. You can hear the enthusiasm.
Painful.
drain.
Is a pain to it.
I
Like,
can't flog this dead horse anymore.
No.
Like, there's no more fluid coming out of this car.
exactly. Yeah. There's only so much you can do. Like, yeah.
It's not what you flog horses for.
No.
You rent that sucker.
Okay then. So we're near the last loop of this video, lads. So Adam, you're number 21.
I'm curious to know if either of you guys have played this.
Go for it.
Oh,
PS3 game.
I definitely
Wet.
won't have. What?
Well, I've heard of Wet. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
I played a bit of it and really wasn't that impressed.
Oh no, I've played all of it and I'm really not that impressed.
Yeah. Like, it just felt like it was like, I don't know what it was trying to be. Was it
So
trying to
it's
be
kind of a Tarantino
I was about to say,
70s action heroine. She uses a sword. She's Ruben Malone.
I was about to say it looked like a rip off of Kill Bill. Yeah.
Her name is Ruby Malone.
Wet is not a euphemism for anything weird.
Yeah.
Never mind that the cover art for it is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's short for Wet Works.
Yes.
And nothing
Ah.
else.
Oh fuck! Elisha Dushku was the fucking voice
Yeah.
actor. Malcolm McDowell. Alan Cumming. Holy shit! This is a good voice cast.
This was a really badly programmed game though.
Yeah, this was. I remember there was a lot of anticipation for this game. Like, this was.
It
one
was
of those,
it was advertised heavily.
I was about to say it's very heavily marketed. It's one of those E3 classics where like it's on every fucking like poster and every
and
trailer.
Here's the thing, I dug the style.
Yeah.
Like, it's proper 70s film action. Like, and it played heavily into that. Cutscene transitions where the film roll pulling itself out and it's actually starting. And it's like, combat was just constantly the same.
Yeah.
But then there's points in it where she gets blood on her eyes and it goes into like, I don't know, wet mode or something. I don't know what it's called. But she gets blood on her face which sends her mad. The whole screen goes stylized.
Right, so when she gets bodily fluids fired onto her eyes, she gets mad.
Yeah. The whole screen goes red, enemies turn white, and you're pure katana mode.
Yeah.
And you're basically invincible while that's happening.
Basically like a bloodlust for all intents and purposes.
But
yeah.
then there are vehicle sections that have quick time events.
Yeah.
One of them is you falling out of a plane and having to dodge debris. I have broken 2 controllers in my life. One was a Switch controller because of the notorious Joy-Con drift.
Yeah.
The other one was my PS3 controller when I was playing this fucking section multiple times and she just hard pulls with the camera into debris right at the end. I don't even know to this day how I beat that section.
You just got through it.
I just got through it.
Yeah.
And I was right at the end of it at one stage and I just went, fuck! And broke the controller. That was how frustrated I was with it.
That's fucking ridiculous, isn't it?
It was so not worth breaking the controller over. It was
I know,
the
yeah.
worst fucking thing. And the game itself was just boring. It was so
Yeah.
mediocre that even even an attractive female protagonist who you're staring at her ass the entire time.
I was about to say, it felt like the game was hoping to capitalize on the sexual repression of its audience.
Purely
But, like,
that, but no,
yeah.
you also have to put gameplay into it.
Exactly, yeah. Like, you have to actually, like, again, like, it's like Metroid and Tomb Raider doesn't sell on sex alone. Like, they're good games as well.
The two games that are like almost pure gameplay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, it's not like
Metroid. Oh god, Samus, she's so hot in that Zero Suit,
fucking
man.
right she is. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there is an actual like intention to make a game there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You can't just get through by fucking
I mean,
hormones alone.
you all remember a classic video game heroine, Ruby Malone, right?
No, I don't actually. Is that the one from Primal? Is it?
And yeah. Well, the sequel will come. Oh no, sorry, got cancelled.
Oh, did it? So Wetter is not.
Wetter
Wetter is not coming now.
Works too.
Wettest is the end of the trilogy, is it?
Yeah. So it was announced on their LinkedIn that they were cancelling it.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Yeah, it's published by Bethesda, so that could explain why it's so.
Yeah,
shit.
Todd Howard didn't fancy her, so that's it. That's how it works.
Yeah, weirdly enough, it sold really well.
But yeah,
Over a million units.
it was well marketed. That's the thing. Like, it was marketed everywhere. It just goes to show you can still, like, it's the same thing with movies. If you market something well enough, you'll get your return out of it. Whether it's remembered or not as one of the greatest games ever made is not up for the fucking debate here.
The training sections where you're living in her trailer park.
Yeah.
And there's an obstacle course with things around it. Some of the hardest parts of the game.
Yeah.
The tutorial is the hardest part of the
Which
game.
obviously demonstrated they programmed the shitely. Yeah.
Because you needed to play perfectly
Yes.
in the tutorial to get the achievements. And to get out of the tutorial when you entered it.
That's not good.
Yeah, not worth playing. 0 out of 10 would not break another controller over it.
I was going to say, you just sound so disappointed with it. Like, it's, yeah.
But here's the thing, I thought that, okay, they're going for the sex appeal, obviously, that's fine, but it actually looks stylized and it looks like it's an action game.
Yeah.
I'm notably a fan of action games.
Yes.
This was not an action game.
Yeah. It just didn't do it. It wasn't enough.
There wasn't a puzzle in it, there wasn't action in it, there was quick time events and vehicle sections and that one falling out of a plane section.
Yeah. But shockingly not enough for your
Shockingly
your
not
cultured
anything
palate.
good.
Yeah.
Also, it was really racist.
Well, that doesn't help matters either, to be fair. Okay then, so my number 21 then is, and I will demonstrate to the room what my number 21 is.
You're not playing it now, are you?
Oh, God.
Just have to, just lean for a little bit, just to regain my strength. I've been shot in the back so many times, now I'm soaking up the bullets. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I have no idea what this could be.
Well then, time to make a getaway.
The what away?
The getaway.
The who away?
The whomst? The whomst do you speak of?
Sorry, your license plate just changed there.
Oh, did it? Sorry. No wonder my impression didn't work. But yes, the fucking getaway. Yay! A recent entry into my list, because we played it on the channel not a year or two ago for the Sandbox Jukebox. One of those ones where, like, you know, you'll see, like, you have all these kind of Facebook pages and, like, you know, Instagram pages of, like, proper slop, like content houses, and they're going like, oh, remember this game, The Getaway, and they show you this kind of compilation, this 5 minutes of the game where it is good, and it just basically, like, you have all these people going, oh yeah, I remember that game, I thought that was pretty good as well, and you realise that all these people are fucking wrong.
All these people haven't actually played this game.
No, but do you know what that is?
All these
It's
people
like,
aren't actually people.
and not the real people either, they're bots now as well, which is an added bonus. But like, it just goes to show you the rose-tinted glasses is just a complete and utter nonsense. Because I played The Getaway 2 years ago. It's not good now, and it wasn't fucking good then. And like, you just had lied to yourselves in thinking The Getaway was good. And okay, this is not a case of me like, okay, I can say adequately I'm not the best fucking gamer in the world, and certainly not on this channel. In fact, I consider myself one of the lowest skilled of the channel overall.
You're one of the few 2-time winners.
No, I'm not. No, actually,
Wait, what?
No, both of you are 2-time winner. I'm only a 1-time winner of the Madness Championship. Actually,
Oh, sorry, I thought you were better than you are.
no, exactly. Well, no, I didn't know that, so that's fine. But the thing is that, like, what The Getaway is just a complete absence of technical prowess. Like, they had there's a nice idea in The Getaway, because this is at the start of like all the GTA stuff, and they saw Grand Theft Auto 3 and said, okay, that sounds cool, let's do a stylized version of that where it's based off basically a Danny Boyle movie. Essentially, it's a let's do the craze in the GTA style, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. And they made a decision to go, okay, let's do no heads up display. Let's do no map. Let's do no mini missions. Let's just keep it very linear. Keep it to a very bespoke experience that you're driving through London from point A to point B and get your missions across that way. That all sounds absolutely fine. But the problem is... No, well, here's the thing, right? I made this argument that if The Getaway was released now on the PS5 on 2025 technology, it would be a phenomenal video game. Because of it's how linear it is. It's not relying on open world fucking like, oh, here's a boring fucking minigame to do here, here's a boring this to do here. It's keeping you on your track and saying, we have your attention for 8 to 10 hours. Here's a fucking linear game. You can act the bollocks with this world when you finish your game. Your reward for clearing out the story is to have free roam of London, do whatever you want. it would be a fucking hot potato. It would be it would be flying off the shelves in 2025. But when the game was made back in, was it 2004, 2005, I want to say, it just was not the right time for the game. Because one, you didn't have the technology for it, and two, you almost certainly did not have the ability to pull this off. Because with no HUD means you don't have a health bar, you don't know how much ammo you have. So it's expecting the player to keep track of the ammo by counting how many fucking bullets you have. You don't physically know how many you have. The game is keeping track of what each gun has in the game. So if some guy over there has shot me 10 times and I kill him, I take his gun, I take back about 7 bullets or whatever.
So you need to be autistic levels of counting bullets.
Oh, not even. If you physically can't. You physically can't
really
keep up.
good at that.
Yeah, but you physically can't keep up with the amount of ammo you have. So you're just going to keep shooting your gun until you have nothing left.
Not just carry multiple guns with you. It's
But
fine.
you can't. That's what I'm saying. You can only carry one. You always have your handgun, and then if you chop and change, you're picking something else like an SMG or in some cases
Oh, cool!
a
A
assault
rocket
rifle.
launcher. I don't remember this being shot at me.
You know what I mean? But so you can only carry one thing at a time with you, and you have to get the amount of bullets you have right. Because you could make a downgrade. You could go for a submachine gun that has been shot to fucking bits. So you have nothing left in it. So you're leaving a perfectly good, you can dual wield as well. So you're leaving 2 perfectly good handguns for one SMG that's got nothing in it. So how are you supposed to keep track of this stuff?
So it's very realistic.
It's it is realistic to a fault. It's chase realism into a fucking cul-de-sac. So when you're trying to go from point A to point B, the only way you know where you're going is the indicators in your car. So if you're going, if you need to go left on the map, your car is indicating left and you're indicating right. The problem is, if you want to go straight ahead, there's a fucking building in the way. So what do? So when you go left, your car's going, no, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. It's I fucking know it's the wrong way. I'm trying to go in a straight
Your car's
line.
not going the wrong way. You're just indicating.
Yeah, but it's the cardinal direction is what I'm saying. It's like I want you to go straight. What, into the fucking Thames? I don't think so. I'll go around the fucking
I'll go around the river.
I'll go around the river. Thanks. It's fucking obvious, but it's the way they programmed it.
Yeah, but it's super realistic. The game learnt that you could heal bullet wounds through leaning.
Well, the death spiral was another one as well. So that's a very, very severe death spiral in it. And again, there's a very high entry level. The first level, you're straight up into a shootout. There, you are learning on your feet here with this game, which again I respect because it's going with the story beats of Lock, Stock and Barrels. Essentially, you're going straight into a fucking an action scene here, which I don't mind, in principle. But again, give the players a bit of a fucking run into it. Give them a bit of a practice in the main menu. You don't have to just go with the full kayfabe from the start menu. Let the players have a bit of a bedding in time because then that improves the overall experience. There's so many learnings from this that they could do. Again, if it was in vogue or if it was sociable to be able to take a poor game from 20 years ago and do it better now. If that was the way the market could be, to say, actually no, we could actually pull this off now in 20 years time if you just believe in us.
Well, the thing is,
they could do that.
They did make a TV series, right, recently?
I actually don't know. It's something very similar to it.
Yeah, they made a TV series off the one you made.
Oh, the Gangs of
London. Yeah.
That's the one it's based off. Not the Getaway.
No, the Getaway. No.
Oh,
but then the story beats is quite strange because then the game is basically split into 2. The first one you're playing this guy called Hammond, who is basically an ex-con and reformed. His kid gets kidnapped, his wife is shot, and he's immediately being chased after the gang he used to be in. And again, it's all.
It's not really. It's a really stupid reason why they're chasing him. Is that he ran outside and picked up both the murder weapons?
Yeah,
That's why they're after him.
A little bit, yeah.
Because his wife gets shot, he's
Yes.
firing back at them. And then as she goes down and they run, he's like, oh no. And he drops his gun, runs, but then picks up the guns they've dropped.
Yes.
And then drops them. So that's the reason why they're after him, because the weapons that were used to murder his wife, he's got his fingerprints all over.
Exactly,
He
yeah.
fucking picked them up.
So then the gang tries to use him then to get a bit of fucking wet work done, and it's all again the story beats are fine.
Adam knows somebody who's good at wet work.
Oh, don't we know it? The story beats for what they are absolutely fine. But the problem is then, so when you reach the end of Hammond's leg of the game,
Oh, you don't play as the cop.
we
though.
get to a cliffhanger point where you end up on a trawler out in the docks, and then exactly, you cut back then to just a random copper called Frank.
Yeah.
And like it's the fact that like now you only see Frank in Hammond's part of the thing for a split second, right?
And now you have to play through the whole game again.
Like you cut him off in traffic and his car gets totaled, and you see him in the car and you see him go, for fuck's sake, whatever. And it's only like for a couple of seconds you see him. So you have no context for who this guy is until you end up playing as him, and he's a detective, renegade detective, and his
Detective Renegade.
yeah, and it's the same old shit where like it's like Line of Duty shit going like, oh, that's a Ben Copper, that's a Ben Copper, that's a Ben Copper. Take them out, then continue your story from there.
Very homophobic.
Yeah,
In this, not homophobic enough. In
So
this
that-
department, we think about a book.
Buy book.
But it's the same thing then. So like again, his leg of the story then is the exact same. The difficulty curve is all over the place in this game because like again, high entry level, then it goes up and down. It's like a seesaw,
Yeah.
and like you have like ridiculously hard levels for no reason. Then you have like a nice relaxing drive, but no, you can't because the fucking police are after you for this leg of the journey. And then okay, the police are no longer chasing you, but the gangs are now chasing after you. So there's no point in the game where you're actually
Fucked around
given.
with by the yardies and that. Lot.
Yeah, you're not given a chance to breathe at all through this game. Because you know why, and I think I said it during the playthrough, the game is afraid to show you the game itself.
The game's afraid that you'll stop for a second and look at it.
Exactly! That's exactly what it is.
Oh, look at me.
Yes.
Look at me.
So yeah,
I'm fine when I'm moving. I can put motion blur on everything when I'm moving.
that's exactly it. You realise
Whoa,
that
whoa, 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 whoa.
when you realise that like all of London
Hire the Mormons.
when you
Oh, Vaseline.
when you realise that London is literally just all cardboard cutouts of actual buildings. You know what I mean? That's the thing, like. So anyway, so that's the getaway. An artifact of video games, as always.
Very good.
Pure shit.
And Neil, to sign us off, you're number 21.
My 21 to sign us off is a piece of shit.
That's the premise.
I love that song.
Yes, this is the one by, we have already referenced this auteur creator in one of our other games before. My number 20. My number 21 is Detroit Become Human.
Hey, I've been waiting for this one.
Surprisingly, actually, it's the first David Cage on my list. I feel it's near the pinnacle or nadir for his utterly banal and crushingly boring brand of games. It's so boring whilst also touching on a huge breadth of incredibly complex issues with the subtlety of a rampant horde.
Yeah, making robots your allegory for race, sexuality. It's not really subtle or good.
No. There's like not an original thought anywhere to be found in this gleaming pile of obnoxiousness.
Obnoxious is the word I'd use
Yeah.
to describe that game, yeah. Smug and like kind of... Yeah, it's the reason why people don't like liberal elites type of thing. You
Well,
know?
here's the thing about it, right, is that he's often claimed that the game is not political. I was like, hang on, wait a minute. It's a game about where androids are forced to stand in the back of the buses, are actually openly referred to as slaves, and escape in android cells to a chapter called The Midnight Train,
Yeah.
and it's not political. I was like, you fucking...
No, because obviously that happened on both sides of.
But here's the thing, I actually believe him when he thinks...
He probably does believe that, yeah.
That's it, when he says he thinks
doesn't
it's
think
not
it's-
political, because I don't think he's got the ability to grasp
Yeah.
what he's doing.
Agreed,
It's
yeah.
just he's just grabbing at loads of different things. That's why everything in every David Cage movie,
It's a
everything
movie,
in
let's
every
be fair, yeah.
David Cage game is something that you have seen before.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. That I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
He's not smart enough to realize that
Yes,
he's just
that's my point.
He's
what
contrite.
he's plagiarizing actually has a message.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's a Kojima effect in a sense where Kojima knows he's robbing this stuff, but he's playing that allegory.
Yeah.
That he's playing that case to it. Yeah.
Cage is kind of like a minor bird, just
Yes.
mimicking sounds, not realizing what it is.
Exactly,
you know,
yeah.
like it'll mimic the perfect sound of a chainsaw, not realizing what's happening.
Yes.
He
And it's
downloaded
just-
my memories.
Yeah, it's so terrible. You know, it's really, really awful. Like every single section in this game, if you just go with the most obvious or most banal.
I don't like
thing.
you because my partner died to a robot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you saved my life. I trust you implicitly.
Or you're looking in the window and he's on the ground, collapsed. You're like, oh my God, is he dead or is he just passed out because he's a drunk because he's an alcoholic because his partner died to a robot? And then
Roomba killed my
Roomba.
partner.
Yeah, and then
I
you-
haven't trusted Roomba since.
Exactly, yeah, you get in there and then you're like, oh, he's just like,
Come on, we're going for a drink. I cannot drink. They will mess with my internals. You'll have one or else I'll shoot you.
that's it. Like, I don't like you. It's just it's so
so
bad.
stupid. It's like, there's a copy. I don't know which one's the real one. It's like, you became a cop because your son died. You told me that story last week. It was really emotional. Oh my God, they downloaded my memory bank. Yeah, I think as soon as a robot said, oh my God, they downloaded my memory bank, I'd be shooting the other one.
Yeah, I am ventilating the other fucker.
Trying to emotionally manipulate you immediately with
Yeah.
that.
It's just, and the funny thing is that there could be a good story made out of all of this, but it's just,
Cut there.
it's not. Yeah,
What are they doing? They're
with a-
singing.
With a writer that's got talent, you could probably do it.
I-
Like, it is
what- no,
basically like.
Here's the
it's-
thing: is I think the story has been done somewhere before.
Oh yeah, it's been done. It's called iRobot.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And also it's not only been done; it's also been adapted badly as well.
Yeah.
It's basically much like the people who adapted iRobot for the film didn't actually get what Asimov was aiming for with the whole android slavery thing. Cage with the Try Become Human doesn't get what Asimov was going for as well with the fucking robot slavery, and you're just like, or android slavery, whatever the fuck.
Bicentennial Man, starring Robin Williams, actually was probably the most accurate.
Yeah,
Absolutely nailed it.
I'd agree with
No.
you on that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
David Cage should have watched that. Although, in all fairness, he would have probably just made all the.
Here's the thing.
He probably just would have made all the androids look like.
But
Robin
here's the
Williams.
thing, you see, again, I think this is a kind of a
Would have
symptom.
been an improvement.
That would have been it.
I think
That
that
would have been a
this is
mark.
kind of the symptom, though. A lot of those kind of game designers, in a sense, especially like I'm thinking of David Cage here, but to a lesser extent, the likes of Peter Molyneux and
Yeah, but
Hideo
not
Kojima
you
and all
can
that.
make a
All
game.
these, but all these auteurs, what I'm saying is they'll watch something and like what we take away from it is totally different from what he would take away from it,
No, but that's because he's looking at it on an elevated level.
Yeah.
and that's what I'm talking about.
He
Is the fact that like,
elevated wanky level. But the problem,
Yes.
my problem is I wouldn't.
The
put
plebeians don't understand the hidden subtleties of this message.
it's like no, we do.
Sod
yeah.
the pros, sod the pros. But what my point is, I wouldn't lump Molyneux in with Cage because Molyneux can make a game.
Fair. That's a fair point. Yeah, yeah.
His early back catalogue contains some of my favourite game.
Yeah, yeah.
So he can do it. Right, he's disappeared up his own arsehole. But like the first Fable was a great game.
Yeah. Okay, that's a fair
it was
point.
great.
That's a fair point.
In fact,
yeah, yeah.
and if anything, what people criticised the later Fables for was actually you were trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Just rein that sucker in. You've done this part really well. Just end it there. Don't try more. Because it's the more you try it, that fucked everything up.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
You did a great
Live within your means. Yeah.
And then you're like, oh no. It's like, yeah, you cleared the hurdle, but then you tried to like land running backwards and do a backflip, and that's when you broke your fucking spine.
Yes.
No, just jump the hurdle. That's your job.
Yeah.
And keep running. That's it. Don't do anything else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Stay in your
No,
fucking lane.
that's a fair point. As Adam kind of lampshaded it there in a sense, is like the fact that like David Cage has such a high opinion of himself that he thinks he's kind of finding some like layer of subtext to watching something like say Bicentennial Man or even just fucking Blade Runner. Let's be fair.
But it's
You know-
obvious, but it's obvious that he's somebody who doesn't really take a lot of editorial critique on his
No.
stories. Like it's obvious he's not somebody who utilizes script doctors a lot.
No.
Because a script doctor reading, because I know it's not the Try Become Human, but Heavy Rain, a script doctor would have immediately picked up that the entire section playing as the detective, who later turns out to be the killer,
It's totally
makes
redundant.
No
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
With the reveal at
It's
the
a
end.
misnomer. Yeah,
He would have
exactly.
turned
Yeah.
around and gone, like, this ending makes all of this in big red in the fucking margins. This makes this section completely nonsensical.
Yeah.
Resolve. Or something, words to that effect.
Yeah, but listen,
you just
we've
sit
had
there-
this conversation with all the David Cage games, like fucking Become Two Souls is the same one.
Between Two
Beyond
Tower
Two
Scenes.
Souls, yeah, and it's the same thing. Was like I'm casting Willem Dafoe and at the time Ellen Page in a game. I'm gonna have them like written as they are in every fucking movie they're cast in.
Yeah.
And like Ellen Page is always cast like this, and same as Willem Dafoe. I'm not going to deviate from the fucking subject matter because, as I said, that's all I can absorb.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's written those 2 characters for those 2 actors based solely on everything those 2 actors
have done.
Yeah.
Yes, from what he's seen, as opposed to having actually some level of vision. We're thinking, actually, I think Ellen Page could play something outside of their comfort zone today.
Or not even that. Not even that. Just say, I've created these 2 characters.
Yes.
Who's the best actor to perform them?
Exactly. Yeah.
Or okay, you can bring certain aspects of your own acting to this, and that will make it evolve and become a different character.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's okay because differences from my main script can exist.
Yes.
It's just.
But again, a braver writer would know. Okay, maybe I don't have like this will be a guide to what you want to do. But sometimes the actor who's like absorbed the role very well will have.
And what's the point of making a video game? You can control everything in it.
Well, that's the question.
It says something that the best game he's ever been involved in creatively was a game where he was not the lead writer.
Yes, Omicron and Nomad Soul, I'd say, was probably his best work. Yeah, and I reckon it is exactly that because he didn't have a direct connection to it.
Well, I suppose not a direct connection. I suppose it's something that he didn't have like editorial control over.
Yeah.
Somebody else had to vet his work. And was clearly like fucking going through his work. With
come here, like he was playing second fiddle to David Bowie. He wasn't overruling him on fucking anything in that game.
That's it.
And even then, Omicron is still janky as shit. But at least like
he wasn't responsible.
He wasn't responsible for the jank. No.
Program.
No.
Shit.
But yeah, there you go. Well,
those were some terrible games, guys.
Isn't it great to be? We ended the last 2 videos on the character assassination of David Cage.
I mean, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, more of his games are going to crop up.
It is, unfortunately. We're getting to the chart. We're getting to the blunt end of the worst 50 here, lads. So we've got 20 games left to go, and they're all going to be shit. There's no sugarcoating it, lads. So yeah, let us know in the comments below if you agree with our assessment on any of the games you've heard tonight, and or indeed on any of the lists so far. Are we being too harsh? Are we being too soft? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you just want the trauma bond, we're here, man. Like we're doing this for a reason.
Give us your own suggestions as well.
Give up your all sins. Exactly.
Give us your suggestions. Gash games.
Yes.
Like, we've not played every game in existence.
Yeah.
We can try it. So yeah, hit us with your suggestions.
Do yeah.
Try.
Have you been forced to play over your days? Yeah, and then we can all share the pain together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. So until then, boys and girls and everything in between, we shall see you for the next round of the worst game list. Good night, everybody. God, I hate David Cage. Fucking worst game show ever.